From Studio 113 in Walson Hall, this is MBC News.
Hello, and welcome to the Muhlenberg Broadcasting Channel. We're your hosts, Andrew O'Connell
and Heather Downey.
All right, so Heather, how was the beginning of your semester?
It's going pretty well now that I've started to get a sense of how my classes are and the workload. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple tough classes, but I'm pushing through.
Yep. Just as you should.
All right. So do you want to push through with the news?
Sure, why not?
All right. So in this week's news, the Muhlenberg Pre-Health Association is hosting a resume and CV workshop. The tips will be presented by Ryan Smolko in the Career Center on Tuesday, February 6th at 6:30 p.m. Interested in being an orientation leader? There will be an information session on Friday, February 2nd from 2 to 3 p.m. and Monday, February 5th from 11 a.m. to noon. Applications are due by Wednesday, February 7th. Get ready to test your knowledge at Trexler Library Red Carpet Trivia Night on February 21st, 7 to 9 p.m. in the main concourse. Registration begins February 11th. Make sure to get teams of 3 to 6 together for a night of fun. Next weekend, Muhlenberg dancers will present Master Choreographers, a show that presents the work of faculty and guest choreographers. Tickets for students are $8 and performances run from February 8th to 10th. Each day there is an 8 p.m. show with a maintenance on Saturday at 2 p.m. Now, what's going on outside of the Muhlen bubble? For starters, the 60th Grammy Awards recognized 24K Magic by Bruno Mars for Record of the Year, 24K Magic by Bruno Mars for Album of the Year, and That's What I Like by Bruno Mars for Song of the Year. Winners in other categories included Ed Sheeran, Elisa Cara, and The Weeknd. Many new vehicles were previewed at this year's North American International Auto Show. Nearly 800,000 people were in attendance in the unveiling of many new technologies, and the designs of new motors for the 2019 model year were previewed. Will the iPhone X be canceled? Analyst Ming-Chi Ko believes that because there is a lack of demand for the iPhone X, it will not be offered at a lower cost when the new models come out later this year. It will instead be discontinued. However, the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus will continue to be offered alongside potentially 3 new phones this fall. That's all for news. Now on to Heather with sports.
Thanks, Andrew. This past weekend, the men's basketball team came out with a win over Washington College, 88-82. Senior Nick Rindock led the Mules with 24 points and 5 assists, his season high. 3 other players also scored in the double digits, leading to a win after an initial lead from Washington. Their next game is this Saturday at Franklin and Marshall. Some of the members of the track teams had the opportunity to run in Division I meets. Junior Corey Mullins finished 10th at the Penn State National Open. At Lehigh, senior Emily Davidson and sophomore Santia Azoris finished 5th and 9th, respectively. This weekend, the teams will travel to East Stroudsburg for the DeShriver Invitational. Finally, the women's basketball team continued their winning streak with a 66-43 victory over Washington College. They have maintained their first-place ranking in the Centennial Conference with a 13-1 league record. Senior Brandy Vallely led the Mules with 19 points, and classmate Christina Manning scored a season-high 13 points. They will travel to Franklin and Marshall this weekend for an away game. Best of luck to all the Mules. That's all for sports. Now on to David with the weather.
And now, here's this week's weather. On Thursday, we're going to have some PM showers with a high of 46, a low of 25, and a 60% chance of rain. On Friday, we're going to have some AM clouds with a high of 29, a low of 14, and a 10% chance of rain. Moving on over to Saturday, and it's going to be sunny, sunny sun with a high of 33, a low of 26, and a 0% chance of rain. And on Super Bowl Sunday, we have snow showers with a high of 40, a low of 21, and a 40% chance of rain. And on Monday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 34, low of 16, and a 0% chance of rain. And on Tuesday, it's going to be partly cloudy again, high 37, low 25, and a 20% chance of rain. And on Wednesday, it's going to be a wintry mix with a high 38, low 24, and a 30% chance of rain. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. That's all for this week's news. We're your hosts, Heather Downey
And Andrew O'Connell.
Have a great week, Muhlenberg.
Stay classy.